Hello. So the title of my design, my research design is How Does Social Media and Internet Affect Different Interpersonal Relationships? And by social media and internet, I mean Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and all of that stuff. My rationale is there are many ways that social media can affect our everyday lives. We interact with social media and internet every single day. One of my citations from Wazilenko et al. Describes how it affects women's body satisfaction when comparing with our peers. Another citation from Lillyquist and other authors explain how consumer and marketer relationships change when consumers begin to question the legitimacy on social media. Social media affects a lot of different relationships in our life, so it's not limited to family and friend and romantic relationships, but I do think the most important that they do affect is the romantic and friendship and family. For this study, I will be focusing more on the relationships, or the romantic relationships. My research design is, my plan is to use quantitative research. I will use correlational design to investigate trends and characteristics between two groups. One group will be a group who does not have social media or does not use it as much as the other group. The other group will have been using or will use social media every single day in their everyday lives. I will be surveying these groups, and by asking them a series of questions, I'll be measuring the extent or range of satisfying relationships these different groups have, and by relationships, I'm specifying romantic ones. My hypothesis is if there is more exposure to social media in a person's life, then their interpersonal relationships will be less satisfying. So my operationalization will, I'll be measuring the effects that the use of social media can have on relationships or romantic relationships. I will be correlating these two variables with the use of survey questions. One question for the satisfaction of relationships will be, in general, how satisfied are you with your relationship? And a question in regard to social media usage would be asking them how often, or if they use social networking sites for strengthening interpersonal relationships or not. Some risks that I can see with this study that I do is they could find the information that I request private because it's asking about interpersonal relationships, and they may find this to be sensitive information when talking about especially like friendships, family, romantic relationships. I will be talking or asking questions about exercise and self-esteem in regard to comparison with peers, which may lead to stress or psychological risks. Participants will potentially face minimal risk. The type of data I'll be collecting will deal with responses or observations. Some benefits that I can see that the participants will gain from this is they'll gain insight on how much social media can affect interpersonal relationships and how it'll help those who participate to reflect on social media usage and the importance of face-to-face communications when deepening their interpersonal relationships.